Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Jane Charlton, International Marketing Manager at OpenAthens. And in a minute, we'll be chatting you through our Best Publisher UX Award. So Laura, I just wondered if you could go to the next slide. So just to give you the aims behind the award. So the award was set up a few years ago to encourage best practice from publishers around the user journey to content, and specifically around access to content, where for many years this has been a real issue for researchers and for learners. So really the award is about championing the end user and encouraging more publishers to look more closely at their UX design and implementation. And the award really builds on our ongoing commitment at OpenAthens to drive forward innovation in the publishing industry as regards to user experience. So on the 1st of March, we held our Finalist Webinar. If you haven't had a chance to catch up on that webinar, we will post shortly the link to the recording so you can watch it in your own time. Our finalists were Cambridge University Press and Degroita. Both of them did really, really well, and it was neck and neck. And I'd now like to announce the winner of our 2022 UX Award. Next slide. Very excited. And the winners are Degroita and 67 Bricks, who worked arm in arm with Degroita on their UX implementations. I just want to hand over now to Matt Ballara, who is the Senior Manager UX Design at Degroita, who will just say a few words about winning the award. Over to you, Matt.
Thanks, Jane. Yeah, we're very excited to have won. About a year ago, at Degroita, we didn't really have UX officially. We had kind of one designer in the company, and we didn't really have any UX strategy or plan. But we were working with 67 Bricks in a really close partnership to develop a new platform. And my boss hired me at the beginning of last year. So that's kind of where UX officially started for Degroita. And we did quite a lot of research to start with, quite a lot of interviews with librarians and researchers and some of our authors, just to start figuring out like where do people really have problems. And of course, the most relevant problem we identified pretty quickly is very relevant to everything that's been going on today. It was authentication and access. Everybody knows it's a huge mess. And of course, one publisher, we can't solve it on our own, but we concentrated quite a lot on what we could do to make access for people who just want to get to a product that they should have access to make that as easy as possible. And I mean, I won't go into all the details, we don't have that much time, but we, of course, we're working on tons and tons of many other details as well, but we have a real focus on how can authentication and access work for people? How can it be easy to just get to something? Because everybody I talk to has spent way too much time trying to figure out how to get to look at something, to read something that they should be able to. And it sounds really simple and stupid, but it's a tricky problem to solve. Yeah, no, I'd also like to say thanks, especially to our internal dev team and 67 Bricks. I can think about UX solutions all I want, but they're only as useful as the people who build them well. And partnering with 67 Bricks has been extremely useful to us, and building up our internal development team also. What we're planning on doing now, one of the next things in the next couple of months that's coming up is we want to integrate seamless access. I've been talking to the seamless access group, and actually have a call with them tomorrow. And we're heading straight into that because it looks like an extremely good idea. We're also right now in the process of hiring a UX researcher, because when I did all of this research myself at the beginning of last year, I didn't really do anything else for a month or 2 months. And we want to be in constant contact with our users and constantly checking how their needs are, testing out new features with them, doing usability testing and that kind of thing. But we're a very small team at the moment. We don't really have time for it. So we're hiring someone to take that on full time. And we're about to launch something that hopefully librarians will be excited about, which we're calling DG Data, which will essentially give them access to lots of information about the things that they've licensed. Login only for librarians. It's essentially a librarian only area where they'll have access to all sorts of data that they need, downloading MARC records, exporting Excel lists, all the kind of stuff that hopefully librarians love. So that's what we're up to in the next maybe 6 months. And also just constant, I mean, we're working in 2-week sprints in a very agile process. So we're constantly adding small things. I was doing some UX writing today, little details where we're changing wording for things that people are confused about. And, you know, we're just constantly taking feedback and working new changes in.
Thank you, Matt. That's fantastic. And you'll be receiving one of these. I don't know if you can see it, the award. So one of those will be in the post to you soon. But I also just want to say a few words about why you won. So we felt, or the judging panel felt, that you really took the time to understand who your users were and what they needed. You focused on finding the real problems, not just the symptoms of poor user experience. Took time to understand the user journey, and you know that bedding the UX approach across the organization was also really important, and with fantastic results as well. So well done, well deserved. Thank you so much for joining us and for putting yourselves forward for the award. That's fantastic.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Next slide, please. Thank you. So this is a call really for all publishers, small, medium and large. If you're interested in applying for our 2023 UX Award, please do get in touch. You don't have to be a large publisher to apply. Last year, Encoder, which is a digital sheet music library, won the award. So please do get in touch, and we'll send you all the details. And now I hand back to the team. Thank you very much.